Alright, so we're about to go ahead and get into this EP listening session.
Yeah.
So, of course, like I mentioned before, you're no stranger to Reppin' VA. You were just here April of last year.
Yeah, we love it here.
You know, so I'm glad to have you back, and I'm glad you've given us a private listening to your new EP, Believe.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this project is definitely a lot of me, real deep. You know, I mean, it was definitely one of those projects that put everything I had into it. So it's only right to bring it here with Reppin' VA because Reppin' VA always supports
Of course,
That's right.
the
of course.
locals, the indie artists. I mean, it's nothing but love. And, you know, we in the city with some love and some hate, but when you bring that love, we got to bring it back. So,
Exactly.
you know, I plan on bringing you a lot of exclusives throughout the years to come.
All right. So before we go into the first song off your EP, you got to tell me, where was your mind at when you was putting this project together? Because this project I kind of felt was more personal than your previous tracks that I have heard.
Definitely.
So, I mean, explain to us where your mind was at.
Well, a million different places. Some good, some bad. Last year was definitely a rough year when I put the project together. Didn't even know if I was going to continue to do music. You know, that was one of the choices I had to make, which, you know, a lot of people face those choices. You know, my health got real bad last year, which, you know, I'm still dealing with it right now. You know, I ain't even going to say it got better, but, you know, the whole thing is, you look at me, you probably couldn't tell because I try to keep my attitude good. But, you know, certain things happen. You know, my little nephew passed. But I'm actually, you know, he's the reason why I finished this project.
Yeah.
For the simple fact, you know, he was only 4.5 months old. So, you know, unfortunately, you know, his life ended. And he didn't have a chance to do what he would have become, you know, grown to do. So when you look at that as somebody that wakes up the next day, you're like, well, what's your excuse? You know, I can sit here and complain about my health doing this or this doing that, or I don't know about this. Or you can say, wow, how many other people were put in the grave yesterday and their last chance was yesterday. But you still have a chance today because you awoke today. So that really pushed me into doing this project and actually came to why we call it Believe. Because, you know, every day you wake up is another opportunity to do whatever you want to do in life, whoever you are, no matter where you at on the food chain, where you at in your life, you got another chance. All you got to do is just continue to believe. Because the biggest battle you're going to face is with yourself. And, you know, one of the biggest battles is the negativity that we put in our own minds, which slows us down. So we just have to continue to tell ourselves, hey, you know what? I believe in myself. I'm going to make this happen. And just make it happen.
Wow. All right, so how does this project compare to your previous projects you put out?
This is more traditional boom bap, hip hop. You know, I mean, I could write whatever type of record I need to write. You know, I grew up on hip hop. That's really where my heart is at. You know, I've had my hands to try to do other records. You know, I did a record called, you know, Take a Shot to Shot in like 2013 that hit MTV, which is cool. But, you know, that wasn't really, you know, my type of music. Have I been in the club taking shot to shot? Yeah. Have I been in the club with beautiful women? Yeah. But that's not like the type of music that I prefer to actually make. So, you know, this project was really saying, you know what, forget the industry, forget what the game tells you they want to hear, forget what the mainstream radio is playing. I'm going to make music that speaks for my soul. I'm going to make music for me. Like, you know, did this project, let's say, hey, I don't wake up and I do die. I want this project to speak for me. I wanted to basically say, hey, I did this project. What about if I can't do something else? Like, because you ever thought about if you had a chance to do something, like right now, right? You don't do it. And then guess what? What about something happens and you can no longer do it? What if you do music and then 2 months from now or a year from now, your voice is gone? What are you going to wish you would have done when you had your voice?
Yeah, I feel
and that's the way I started looking at things when certain things started happening in my life. It's like, you know what? You're not always going to be able to do everything you can do today.
True.
And that's one of the biggest things, man. A lot of people go to the grave with regrets. And that's a heavy, heavy eternity to have all those regrets buried with you. So we got to make sure we go to the grave with a smile, saying that I did everything I wanted to do, and I'm happy and I'm complete.
I definitely feel that. How did you approach creating each one of these songs on your EP? When you went into making this EP, did you know it was going to be something that you wanted to encourage people by, to give them something that they can believe?
In a sense, yeah. I actually did like probably 3 or 4 records that's not even on there before I actually started working heavy on this project. Like, I started the project, but those first few records didn't make it. The first record that I wrote that made it was a song about my nephew Ernesto, and like I said, that really gave me the push to say, you know what, I got to do this. I can't give up. I have an opportunity. He didn't have an opportunity to even go to kindergarten. I have an opportunity to continue to do what I want to do. There's no excuse. So that really pushed me. And then at that point, it was just kind of like everything fell into place. The producers I got in contact with, the features that came in, the sound that we was looking for, the guitar players. You know, it was just really like, you know what, this is starting to sound like a project. You know, it's an EP to me, even though it's 8 songs. Most EPs are 6, you know, and I probably could have took it further than 8, but, you know, I wasn't really ready to call it my first album, because that's going to be like, you know, even more mind-blowing than this is mind-blowing, because this is mind-blowing too. But, you know, it's just basically everything fell into place. And, you know, I was on Facebook every day. I would get on Facebook and I would post something encouraging. And, you know, sometimes I post stuff for other people. Sometimes I post it for myself. A lot of people won't admit that. Right. Everybody all like, oh yeah, you know, I'm on Facebook and this and that, this and that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, man, you know, you don't got nobody to listen. You got to post something to encourage yourself. That's real. You know, so I used to always post stuff, and then I put Believe, Pam Believe on the end of it. And that was even before I came up with the name. So it was just kind of like a time that I really need to believe, when most of my life I'm the one motivating everybody else, pushing everybody else, doing everything big, you know, making all the good money. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything I need to do. Everybody's like, yo, he doing it big, all that good stuff. Last year was a year that I needed to tell myself, like, yo, you gotta believe, man. Chill out. Just get yourself together, right, and know when to come together. So, you know.
All right. I listened to the EP more than once, and I actually got the chance to actually sit in the room by myself and actually listen to the words to each song on this EP. And I have to tell you, I think this is one of your better projects that you have put out.
Appreciate
you know, there are seriously no songs on this EP that I did not love. Okay. There's one song in particular, you know, that I'm really, really feeling, and we're about to go into it. So can you introduce it for our listeners?
This is Believe, produced by Nate Rhodes, by D.P Da Prophet. Shout out to D. Blaine on the guitar bass.
The poet, the prophet. The poet, the prophet. You can't wait for someone else to believe. You have to go to the table, put it all down and bet on yourself. Every day you breathe, there's hope. Cheers to another chance at life. Looking at our youth, can't tell you what I see. They all lost, we need a realist star, making them believe. They ain't getting record deals, so they sign to the streets. No bonus checks, advance some with drugs and heat. A lot of them be giving up, dropping out of school. Don't wanna face all the pressure of not being cool. Time to turn it on the news, seeing people dead cause they took their life, being bullied by other kids. But my clothes don't have to have the same brand name as yours. Sick of the propaganda, well I got the cure. Thinking about the days I ain't wanna wake up. Young girl, you're still beautiful without the makeup. If you a girl who like girls, get married, so what? Don't jeopardize the life of happiness, you get one shot. If you feel you got no voice, then I'm speaking for you. Gotta believe in yourself, cause I'm believing in you. You woke up this morning, gotta believe. Still got air in your lungs, just believe. Cause somebody ain't get another shot, and everybody needs H-O-P-E. You woke up this morning, gotta believe. Still got air in your lungs, just believe. Cause somebody ain't get another shot, and everybody needs H-O-P-E. Woke up this morning, while some ain't move they eyelids. Should be thankful, could be dead from the way that I live. Heard my first verse, how you get it the knowledge I kick. Like skateboards, but don't do tricks to make this money flip. I'm too real, with or without no deal. Next change your year, right now and it is. Been riding the bitch, pressed to make a meal. Treat the studio like the gym, and that after every meal. I feel free when I pick up the pen. Could be Harriet Tubman, cause my words could free other men. Listening to my flow, and I know that I got it. Been on this long road to gain plenty of mileage. Still have a chance to make it, that's why you see me, I'm smiling. When you need someone to call on, tell me who are you dialing. And after that, if you still got nobody to talk to, just put on my music, I'll walk with you. You woke up this morning, gotta believe. Still got air in your lungs, just believe. Cause somebody ain't get another shot, and everybody needs H-O-P-E. You woke up this morning, gotta believe. Still got air in your lungs, just believe. Cause somebody ain't get another shot, and everybody needs H-O-P-E.
What was the inspiration behind that particular song?
That was more so for, like, the first verse was kind of for everybody else out there. I was trying to touch on different subject matters that people may be going through, right. So they can really relate. And the second verse is kind of pushing myself with the music, like, you done made it this far, you got to believe. And also, for the listeners out there, for the fans, thinking about when I used to listen to music and listen to artists talk to me, and that's why I say, hey, if nobody's gonna listen, you can listen to me and walk with me. All you gotta do is put my music in your headphones, and you're gonna be straight. Because some kids out there that don't got nobody to listen to talk to. All they have is the music, and then there's so much negativity going to them. I'm just trying to give them something to help them out, to push them to believe. And cop the beat from Nate Rhodes, recorded it down in Atlanta, and we was vibing out to it. And my engineer David Blaine, he was feeling it so much, he hopped on it, and we did the bass live in the studio on it, just to add that feeling to it. So
it definitely did that.
It came together really, really, really good. So yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the title "Believe." Where did that come from?
The title "Believe," basically, it's what you want to do in life, and when things get hard, you just got to push yourself to believe. Right. So, like I said, last year, crazy year, all types of stuff going on. And, I sit there and I think I'm in control of my destiny. Nobody else is. We all can say, hey, these people did this. Right. These people didn't do this. So-and-so's not helping me. I'm not getting a break. We always worry about everybody else. Why is that person doing this? Why is this person doing that? When most people don't worry about themselves. And when it comes down to it, that's all you have to do is worry about yourself. If you believe in yourself, it can happen. That's why you talk to people, and even me, like, should I keep doing this or should I do something else? I invest a lot of money in music, like thousands and thousands and thousands. A lot of people haven't even probably pondered to invest that much. And it's like, dang, I could take that and open this up and probably do this. But, it's like, if I stop today and I no longer do it, and I don't believe in myself, how do I really know what would have happened 3 years from now? How am I going to feel when I'm 60 and it's like, I'm not going to really be rapping when I'm 60, and I'm going to look back and I'm going to say, you know what, when I was 27, 28, did I do everything I could do? Right. Am I going to have to question myself? If you have to question yourself, you haven't did enough. If you can look back and you don't have to question yourself, you lived a good life. So it all starts from, really believing in yourself. And that's something I wanted to put out to myself to continue to push me as well as to the world.
All right. Well, on that note, my stomach is really growling.
That's all right, though.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and go into the next track. Go ahead and introduce it for us.
All right. This is Where I'm From, featuring hip-hop vet Sky Zoo. And also Brooklyn female MC, Nitty Scott MC, produced by Justin J Beats, VA to NY.
VA to NY 95 Connect. Shout out to Brooklyn on this one. Sky Zoo, Nitty Sky. D.P Da Prophet. To live and die in VA where we tryna fatten our pockets. Dying over red and blue too, you would think we from Compton. Live and die in VA where we tryna fatten our pockets. Cause even though we from Richmond, being rich ain't common. The ones that had beef with Pac probably wanna shoot me. Cause I'm trying to change the culture like a Spike Lee movie. When you try to help your people, everybody mad at you. But being from where I'm from, hard not to have an attitude. NWA's coming straight out of Richmond. Not from up top, but like moving like a New York minute. Right around the Cap City, hate seeing the struggle, no fences around us. But it feel like we live in a bubble. Quickest way out, either in the box or a jumpsuit. Not much hope, famous people don't even come through. Record labels ain't looking for talent. And the rich not talking baseball, but you even taking a hit or the one that pitch. Tell your family that you love them for you miss them. Too many young up in the grave, hug your kids, kiss them. I ain't get one call yet to see how my day was, but if I die, they be posting RIP to my Facebook.
Okay, where I'm from, kids hard to make it. Dreams get shattered, lives get taken. Everybody faking, everybody else hating. Cause where I'm from, you ain't famous until you die. Where I'm from, kids hard to make it. Dreams get shattered, lives get taken. Everybody faking, everybody else hating. Cause where I'm from, you ain't famous until you die.
In my lifetime, track 13, where work seems to be the only thing worth working for. And the work breeds a couple mirroring the previous. First time seeing this, it's more than enough for you to believe in this. Being this close to the ledge got us thinking ain't no way can a ledge stop us. Unless a couple blue boys red dot us. Nothing we ain't used to. The irony of knowing that's nothing to get used to. Easy to remember, we just breathing through the winter to call up through the summer. Spring to transition, the falls for doing numbers. We just wanted what we wanted, whether that's peace of shine or peace of mind. Just know that you'll never get peace of mind. Nike Tech hoodies on profile with air likes. Find the rest with me, the whole crowd. Save your lights, we don't want attention. Attention is overrated. We just wanted to end in the symbol, we all made it.
Okay,
You know?
where I'm from, kids hard to make it. Dreams get shattered, lives get taken. Everybody faking, everybody else hating. Cause where I'm from, you ain't famous until you die. Where I'm from, kids hard to make it. Dreams get shattered, lives get taken. Everybody faking, everybody else hating. Cause where I'm from, you ain't famous until you die.
Be proud of where you're from. Build where you're from. Make it cool to rep where you're from. RVA, Rich City, Chesterfield, Henrico, Hopewell, Petersburg, all the 804, Amelia, Nottoway, Roanoke, Charlottesville, the 7 cities in the entire 757, Tappahannock, South Hill, Fredericksburg, Dale City, Alexandria, Fairfax, and the whole DMV. East Coast, East Coast, East Coast.
That was where I'm from. D.P Da Prophet.
Yeah.
Alright, so tell us.
Alright, so this record right here, shout out Sky Zoo for hopping on it, man. He definitely showed love. Basically, this record has a few different meanings. One of them is based off of the line off the hook. Is you know, you ain't famous until you die. So, you know, a lot of times, like on the end of my line, I said, you know, nobody's called me today, but if I die, they be posting RIP on Facebook. So it's like, you know, a lot of people don't spend time to talk to you today. But then if you were gone tomorrow, oh, that was my dog, man, rest in peace, man, this and that, this and that, this and that. But you gotta spend time with people while they're here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Give them the roses while they're alive. And that's one of the things. You know, people get killed. It's all over the news. It's everywhere. Everybody's reposting it. Everybody's talking about it.
Right.
Oh nah. But then when we alive, people not celebrating the accomplishments. People not showing that support. So you know, that's something I really wanted to touch on with that record, because it's like, dang, you know, where I'm from, you know, oh, if you get shot and killed,
Right.
or you kill somebody, you everywhere. Everybody talking about it. But when you're trying to do good, ain't nobody worried about it. We need to start to change that, you know, and start to build on that, you know. So that's definitely what I wanted to touch on about that record. You know, shed a little light on RVA to the world. You know what I'm saying, and show that.
Alright, where I'm from.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
I mean, especially because artists don't do that. They always like to go away from where they're from You know what I'm saying? Go to Atlanta, I'm from there, and knowing that you done grew up in Richmond about 15, 20 years of your life.
Yeah.
And it's just, we need to get back to that, just showing home support.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Atlanta's great. You know, I go down there,
no
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I go down there and do things down there, but that's not, you know, my home.
Right.
My home is the 804.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? I done seen every side of the city.
Yeah.
You know, I done seen everything. The city, ghetto, projects, suburbs, everywhere. You know, I got a good taste of everything. You know, I'm not just hard and gangster.
Right.
I done been up Hall Street both ways. You know what I'm saying? And this is my home. You know, nobody ever take that away from me. You know what I'm saying? Born at Chippenham Hospital. You know what I'm saying? Same place a lot of my family members unfortunately died at Chippenham Hospital. So, you know, it's just really showcasing where we're from. You know, we're a small city, but we're the capital of Virginia.
Right.
But then a lot of times we get overlooked. You know?
Good point.
You know, but it's great here, man. You know, it's like the North kind of mixed with the South and all that good stuff, you know? So,
Absolutely.
get a lot of personality here.
Go ahead and introduce that next track for us.
This next song is called For Hip Hop. If you're a fan of hip hop, then you're definitely going to love this song. And it's featuring Saigon. Hope a lot of y'all remember him.
Yeah.
He was definitely, you know, huge in hip hop game and still is. He got new music on the way. And it's also featuring Sean Brown, who is from LA. And he signed to the same label as Kid Ink on the Alumni. So shout out to Sean Brown and Saigon for hip hop.
Sweet. Doing the damn thing, kids. Doing the damn.
The poet, the prophet. Got my headphones on, white Air Force sneakers. Thanks to Timberland, can hear Virginia through Aaliyah. Feeling trapped is the type of song that'll free ya. Feeling trapped is the type of song that'll imagine life without music. Couldn't be possible. Middle school before gym, freestyle in the locker room. This not new to me, like a baby trying to walk. Hit the natural like an ocean to a shark. And I'm coming into the game. No, I'm on the hunt. We're recording on cassette tapes back when you couldn't punch. Battling for respect during high school lunch. Heard of Missy and Pharrell, then you know just where I'm from. But this is way before the clips. We ain't really have a sound. So the NY state of mind influenced me down south. Back before everybody had Max and Pro Tools. We just wanted rap, man, it's the shine. No jewels, that's so much pain I had to pin it. I had the vision, thoughts of winning before social media was your biggest critic. Back when Pocket Big was living. When a rapper said it, they meant it. Back when in order to wear the crown, had to be the illest. For hip hop, Big Pun, Biggie and Tupac, Big L, Left Eye, and Pimp C, Sean Price, Jam Master, Eazy-E. This one's for hip hop, Eminem, Nas and Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Lauryn Hill, Talib Kweli, Scarface, Outkast, and Master P. Yeah.
I was influenced by the greats, Hova, Nostradamus, before Future started fucking up commas. Tupac, Dear Mama, Notorious B.I.G. Those be the greatest like Ali. Probably wouldn't be into this rap scene if it wasn't for my uncle playing me the DPG. Dash Dillinger, Corrupt, Snoop, D.O.G. West Coast influence, obviously. Outkast had me thanking God for my weirdness. Wu-Tang zoning out for the dopest lyricists. Kanye West made a nigga start producing. Roots when I started getting deeper to this music. Influenced by the culture, not the fame. It's a different game when you weeding out the lames. My verse ain't even long enough to explain how many people made me do this rap thing.
This one's for hip hop, Big Pun, Biggie and Tupac, Big L, Left Eye, and Pimp C, Sean Price, Jam Master, Eazy-E. This one's for hip hop, Eminem, Nas and Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Lauryn Hill, Talib Kweli, Scarface, Outkast, and Master P. Yeah, this one's for hip hop.
Yo. 1 2 1 2 1 2. What up? Y'all hear me out there? I'm clear. It's your boy Saigon and y'all father. You know what I mean? I just came to speak my little truth. Get the fuck up out of here. I ain't gonna keep your time. Just wanna say a little bit what I do, man. How I kick it. Look.
They don't tell us the black man made the stoplight. They keep showing us getting shot by the cops, right? Know why they putting the wrong rappers in the spotlight? They're trying to blind you from utilizing your hindsight. And looking back to when the guards control rap. KRS, man, you must learn. It was the most crack shit that we had ever heard. And it was teaching us lessons, teaching us how to appreciate receiving our blessings. Then they wonder why I teach in my sessions, why I try to sing peace and bring peace and blessings to each of my brethren. Instead of me stepping to them with weapons like I used to do when I was brain dead, just calling and repping. Ask God for another chance, yes, he gave me a second. Said God is within you now, boy, go out there and spread it. You can stamp it or let it head it, but bet you can bet it. Keep letting them kill hip-hop, you gonna regret it. I said it.
Yeah.
For hip hop.
Yeah, that's my record right there, man. I heard that record, I was like, woo.
You already knew you had to get
Yeah,
on that,
I
huh?
knew. Yeah, I knew it was a good one right there. On the producer on that is Justin J. Beats, the same one that did Where I'm From, man. He added that soul to it. You know what I mean? He's killing it. He's out there in L.A.
Word.
So shout out Justin J. Beats.
Okay.
And everything. So yeah, that record, I mean, it's for everybody who enjoyed hip hop. You know, I shouted out, you know, some of the artists that influenced me, you know, coming up like Nas, Tupac, you know, Biggie,
Right.
you know, some of the greats.
You know, people want to know. You got to tell us who was your biggest inspiration out of all the people you named on that track.
All the people. Alright, I'm gonna give you 3. I know you just asked for 1.
All right, go ahead, give a story. Go ahead, give a story.
Tupac definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, Tupac. You know, if I needed to, you know, believe in myself, I could listen to Tupac. If people was getting on my nerves and I had problems with people, then you know I'd probably be playing Ride to My Enemies. So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tupac serves several purposes. The ladies love Tupac, so I can play them. Nas definitely, because you know even back then when you listen to music, you have music going commercial, but then you listen to Nas and be like, yo, you know, you don't hear nothing like this.
You know?
Like he could have went a certain way, but he just stayed doing his thing, which is cool. And there's no diss to anybody that went another way.
Right.
But when I listen to him, he told me I don't have to do it like everybody else. And that wasn't just for me to incorporate into music, but into life. Because when I went to school, I didn't care what everybody else did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the other kids did. They sure let me know they did, but I didn't care. You know, I was all about being different, man, and being yourself, man. Why am I going to be like you?
Right.
And the 20 people behind you. So you bought them shoes and everybody else buying them shoes. I'm going to buy these shoes. Don't nobody got these shoes on. I don't care. It's all good. So, you know, that's definitely why for Nas too, man. Plus he was a lyricist. And then Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Eminem, you know, listening to his music definitely influenced me. You know, going to school, you know, good ways and bad ways, you know.
Yeah.
Could have did some things at school that would have me still in jail now, but I didn't. So, you know, shout out to everybody that went to school with me that is still here because I didn't do crazy things. Excuse me. I'm just keeping it real.
No, keep it real.
You know,
Keep it 100.
Eminem, you know, definitely influenced me on that tip, and then he also showed me there's other people out there that, you know, going through the same type of things you could be going through. Like, oh snap, like okay,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? There's other people that feel that way, and you know what I'm saying. And then I got a little crazy in me too. A lot of people don't. Well, some people do know about that from back in the day, but yeah. Like I'm real cool.
I'm about to say you seem so cool and knowing.
I'm nice. I'm, you know,
Yeah.
I'm for all that, family person and all
Yeah.
that. But you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people be like they a thug.
Yeah.
I ain't a thug. I'm not gonna try to be a thug.
But don't test
you
me.
mess with me. You mess with me.
I ain't
and
no
my
thug,
family.
but don't push me.
Yeah, it's just one of them things where you can't control.
Yeah.
It's like you just can't control. You know how you black out.
I feel you.
Yeah.
What?
So you know.
Oh, you one of those quiet types that sneak up on people. You know,
Yeah, well, nah, you gonna
you
hit
might
me
be,
before I
you know, a
come.
little quiet. But,
You said, well, wait a minute.
I,
though.
well,
You know.
out of those 3 people, I mean, I gotta say, each one of them, I feel, brought something different to hip hop.
Absolutely.
I wasn't expecting you to say Eminem, though.
Yeah.
But I think
He helped my crazy side.
those 3 definitely brought, you know, something
It's a
different.
good person to relate to too. I mean, if
Yeah.
anybody, Eminem, he
Yeah.
was on some other stuff when nobody was really, you know, trying to push that edge or whatever.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Definitely.
All right, well, on that note, go ahead and introduce your next track.
The next record is Good Morning America. Good Morning. This is a record, and it's definitely a record that's needed in this time. Basically, you know, everything going on in America that we're facing now, including presidential election and things like that, will be able to relate to this record. So I'll talk more about it after we spin it.
Good morning, America. It's time to wake up, 'cause some of us still sleep. D.P. Da Prophet. Good morning, America. Another black man dead 'cause they're scared of us. Wonder how they gon' act if we dead up. What all I can do is send my prayers up. Ha. Good morning, America. Another black woman dead 'cause they're scared of us. Man, this country don't care if they bury us. Nah, good morning. When you're young, you don't see color unless you drawn with crowns. Get older, they teach you to shoot the black man down. Need to take the Confederate flag, let it burn to the ground. Not history, but pain for my people on trees that will hang around. They don't wanna see all the cities riot like Baltimore. Looking at the news, thinking, is this a civil war? America, this the country we built. More of us locked up than they had work in they fields. What you mean I can't videotape? This where I live. Now you wanna break my phone and my ribs? Tell me, officer, what you got, son, to hide? We know when you fill out that paperwork, you gon' lie. You go golfing with the judge, so here goes sign. In the media would drop the story in due time. Shoot by mistake, you got laws to keep you safe. But it's justice for the pain that the mom has to face. Good morning, America. Another black man dead 'cause they're scared of us. Wonder how they gon' act if we dead up. What all I can do is send my prayers up. Ha. Good morning, America. Another black woman dead 'cause they're scared of us. Man, this country don't care if they bury us. Nah, good morning. I got a daughter like you. See, you don't know me. Just because I'm bigger, look, you don't gotta choke me. Till I can't breathe, rest in peace, Eric. No CPR, and why they call the medics? Little girls getting thrown to the ground in Texas. We all fed up, we been had it. Can't forget Sean Bell, hit him with 50 shots, and Trayvon got killed by a wannabe cop. Oscar Grant took the bullet, lying face down, while they put them 6 rounds in Michael Brown. Never no answers, but still got questions. Need to stop shooting each other, aim my guns in the same direction. Unity, but that's unheard of. Kill a cop trying to kill me, is that self-defense or murder? 'Cause they'll shoot you in the back like Walter Scott. Rest in peace to the 9 killed in the church, I ain't forgot, huh? Good morning, America. Another black man dead 'cause they're scared of us. Wonder how they gon' act if we dead up. What all I can do is send my prayers up. Ha. Good morning, America. Another black woman dead 'cause they're scared of us. Man, this country don't care if they bury us. Nah, good morning. Good morning, America. Another black man dead 'cause they're scared of us. Wonder how they gon' act if we dead up. What all I can do is send my prayers up. Ha. Good morning, America. Another black woman dead 'cause they're scared of us. Man, this country don't care if they bury us. Nah, good morning.
Good morning, America. Yes.
Big time.
All right, so I gotta ask you, what do you think America needs to do to change?
Well, I think one of the things is one of the problems and one of the things that you know, I see a lot that bothers me, not from, you know, our community, because, you know, I could talk about things that we have to do too, but, you know, a lot of times I'll be online and certain things happen, and, you know, you can't help but to go to the comments of the news and all that, and then you realize, you're like, whoa, like, so, you know, when you read comments under a news story or something,
Yeah.
you just know, like, okay, these people probably wouldn't say this to our faces, but it's still here. But my thing is, a lot of times people say we need to forget and all this stuff, like, you know, that was in the 1800s, y'all need to forget about it, you know, like, oh, slavery ended in the 1800s, it's not important, but people were still getting hung in the 1900s, you know, my parents, when they were born, people was getting beaten and hit with hoses and all of that, so, you know, it's not that far away. Everybody say it was so long ago when all this stuff happened, and it really wasn't, and we still deal with it today, you know what I'm saying? I've dealt with being pulled over for hours for no other reason than what I look like. You know, well, your tints might be too dark. Let me check it. And then let me check the car, too. Let me separate y'all. Put you in the police control car. And all that stuff, you know, multiple times. I mean, it's things that we all experience. And, you know, it's kind of like, I feel like people need to stop saying what we need to forget. Because, you know, when we're in school, they don't make us forget it. Because you're in social studies class, especially if you don't go to a school with a whole bunch of black kids, you feel kind of awkward when they keep talking about how you was a slave. And, you know, that's another thing I think about. It's like, dang, man, so you in class and you trying to already compete against all the stereotypes and everything against you, but then they keep shoving stuff down your throat about how you was already below all the people that's in class with you. You know, I think that's another issue, too, because they show us what they want to show us with the history. So, you know, I think it's several things that need to change. I'm going to calm down right quick because...
No, don't calm down.
You know, that's,
come all the way with it, because I was going to pick back up what you said.
But
1965.
you know,
we
that's,
just got our rights.
Yeah. So, you know, and, you know, this Virginia right here, a lot of people, you know, we go to Florida, people be like, oh, Virginia's not the South, but, you know, because they all the way down there, but Virginia is the South, you know. Richmond was the capital of the Confederacy back in the day, so we know what's here, we know what this is built off of, so, you know, we get it a lot here. So I just think that, you know, you can't forget something where people basically started with nothing. You know, some people can make it to the top, starting from nothing, but how are all of us going to make it to the top? And the government says, well, hey, we're going to make sure and give y'all this for free. If we give them all of this for free, they won't want to do anything else, so we can just keep them controlled over here. You know, it's a big, big system that was put in place back in the day. And it changed some of the rules, some of the laws to make it look like they care, but it's still the same system that was put into place when we meant nothing that's being ran today. So how much could really change?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I have to ask you, you know, the
No, I feel it, 'cause it's kind of deep. You know what I mean? Like, it's serious
I know.
what's going on.
I was saying, okay, you know, elections is coming up.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody had this thing against Donald Trump, and then some people had this thing about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Who would you prefer in the White House if it came down to just them two?
If it came down to them two, then of course Hillary. I mean, if it came down to them two, you know, we would like for Bernie to be in there, but you know, you can look at the stats and see, you know, it's going to be rough for that to happen. But definitely would not want Trump in there. You know, I look at that as a joke. You know, you got to look back too. You know, Obama was the first black president. You know, when he came into office, he had a lot of hate. But nothing like you're seeing against Trump as far as action with that. So that should speak volumes that the first black president in the history of this country got less hate than Trump is getting. What does that tell you? So, you know, and you know, I feel like, you know, some people say, well, it doesn't matter who's in the office, other people control it, the rich people control it, all that stuff. You know, they don't make the decisions themselves. It's a whole committee, you know, the parties. I understand that. But I just feel like if he's in office, it's going to be worse.
Way worse.
Way worse.
Yeah.
And then, you know, certain people that are already gunning for us, it's probably going to feel even more confident too. Every time somebody kill a black child or a black person in cold blood and they're unarmed and they get away with it, it gives somebody else a little bit more courage. And, you know, that's another thing I want to talk about too, is like, I feel like we need to stop breaking laws and stop getting ourselves in trouble with the law so we can legally arm ourselves and legally defend ourselves. That's a big thing that I'm an advocate about, is because, you know, why can't we?
Right.
You know, everybody else can organize. Everybody else can, you know, get their guns together. Everybody else can come together. We should be able to do the same thing.
You know, it's going to be like a total problem, like mass whatever, once that happens. If all black people got together, come on now. It's just people's fears and the togetherness of what black people would bring was going to bring an all-out racial war immediately, like automatically. I feel like, and that's why it can't happen, or it won't happen as far as systematically. Now, when we all pull together and pull out of all these resources that we keep clinging on to, whether it be, you know, your government back end or whatever you got going on, yeah, it can happen. But until we get out of that mentality, because I think it's a mentality more than anything.
That's true.
I don't know, it just kind of teeter-totters.
Yeah, that is true. It's that's true. Yeah, we gotta stop doing the work for everybody else too. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is if you can shoot your brother, but then you run from the police.
Come on now.
Not the good police. Shout out to the good police, but the crooked police. Then who are you really? You ain't no gangster.
All right. Go ahead and introduce that next track.
Next record is we're gonna calm it down a little bit. This one is Love Real Interlude / Black Queen. Shout out to all my black queens. And you know, just take a listen. If you've been wondering is love real? If you have questions about your love, then you know, tune in because other people feel the same way. Sometimes you have to think about it.
Remember when we first met? Wasn't even what I bargained for. Came out on top like catching a sale at my favorite store. Cause you ain't asked for much, but you gave it all. Took me out to dinner, and you paid it all. But I was used to spinning, and you were used to hurting. We found common ground, and got used to flirting. 5 years later, we had our first baby. But the way we argue, I wonder if you hate me. Trying to be the man you want me to be, but I fail. But when it comes to providing, it's like I graduated Yale. Have you feeling good in the bedroom when we loving? Leave you running back for more, you be rushing. But is that enough to keep you happy in at home? Cause Lord knows if you leave, I can never move on. Is this love real? I've been having these thoughts. Is this love real? Or is it just bot? Is this love real? Cause we fight a lot. And if not, is it our fault? Is this love real? I've been having these thoughts. Is this love real? Or is it just bot? Is this love real? Cause we fight a lot. And if not, is it our fault?
Everything that I told you, I said that I would do. You know that I came through, you know it. It ain't nothing more special. I gotta be careful and give you the things that you wanted. And sometimes that might mean you just need some of my time. No disrespect on it, but gotta stay on mine to put you in the best fits. Oh, girl, to take you on the best trips. Let me take you. I'm giving you the best. You know how I lay it down. Now you know who the best is.
You know who the best is. Your teddy bear in the bed, I'm comfortable to rest with. Girl, you a blessing. My black queen who flew down from heaven. When I met you, I was a dead man. Now you got my wings spreading. Feeling like Jodeci, got me spitting this poetry. When I'm on the road by myself, can feel you holding me. When I get back, I'm giving it to you. You're not ready. Can't wait to taste the chocolate covered strawberry. All natural, love your hair when it grow beautiful. Your smile got a certain type of glow. You're a queen from Africa, don't you ever forget. The heart of a village, the backbone of men. Your body's a temple, can't let everybody get in. Your man is a fortune, just don't be afraid to spin. I'm on my knees, rubbing your feet, worshiping my BLACK, my black queen. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, girl. You're my black queen. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, girl. You're my black queen. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, girl. You're my black queen. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, girl.
Alright, so
You're my
you
black
plan on
queen.
making a visual for that particular song, Black Queen?
Yeah, we're gonna do a little visual for Black Queen. Not the Love Real interlude part, because they're both. It's like I did 2 interludes and stuck them together. Just doing something different. The Love Real interlude is kind of like when you're in relationships or you with people, a lot of times we just quit so quickly. It's like on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. But then when you keep going on to the next, it's like it's always a problem. So you kind of got to decide, a lot of times you just ask yourself, is this real? So you kind of got to decide, like, if it's real, and if it is it worth fighting for? So if it's worth fighting for, all the problems that you're going to have with each individual that you're going to encounter that you keep skipping to, you can just deal with it with that one person. Just take the time and ask yourself, is that love real? And if it is, then okay, you're going to have problems. But no different from what you have with everybody else. You have to sit there and fight through it. Now, if he, beating your tail or something like that, that's, not a problem. You're going to fight through. But y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
Certain situations that people will be quick to be, oh, no, I'm out. You got to sit there and say, you know what, if this is real, then I'm going to deal with this person. because you're gonna deal with it with somebody else anyway. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start building these families back up. You know what I'm saying? Taking them to the church, putting the rings on them. You know what I'm saying? Because our babies need the moms and the dads. So, you know, that's where that song comes from. And the Black Queen, I just wanted to do something for the beautiful black woman out there. You know, because no matter what, it's never enough. You know, what does your hair look like? What do you have to do here? What do you have to do there? You know, to me, if she has makeup on, I love it. She doesn't have makeup on, I love it. She has extensions in her hair, I love it. She doesn't have extensions, I love it. Doesn't matter. You're beautiful.
Okay.
You're light skinned, you're dark skinned, you're beautiful. Embrace yourself. Because if you know you're beautiful, it doesn't matter what anybody else think. What you show them from the way that you feel about yourself is going to rub off on everybody else.
That's
Okay,
true.
well, I heard
true.
you got somebody, you know, that's going to make an appearance in the video, you know, that fit all those, you know, description. You know, you know, somebody that's cute. You know, somebody gonna make an appearance in the video. I don't know what that person is.
I think her name is Kizzy.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna be in the video. I'm gonna be in the video. You know, slide that in there. Okay.
Ain't no wrong with that.
When can people expect for the video to be released?
I'm going to say within the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Sweet.
So
That's nice.
So that means about
don't quote me on that. But it's definitely coming though, and it's going to definitely show love to all the beautiful black women out
all
there.
shades and everything.
Yes.
Shout out to all the black queens. Shout out to my mama.
That's right. That's the original black queen.
Shout out to my friend Latrice.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Miss Kizzy. Shout out to you, Vaughn.
Thank you.
Shout out to all the black queens.
Hey now.
All right.
Turn out DJ Nitty.
Go ahead and introduce the next track for us.
The next track we're going to play is Wanna Fly. We'll let it rock and talk about it afterwards.
Lord, I ask for your forgiveness now. Lord, I ask for your forgiveness now. So when you call on me, I can fly high. D.P. Da Prophet. Believe. These gray clouds over me, pouring all this rain, tattoos on my body, covering up all the pain. Same way females mask up with the makeup. We all just wanna be accepted in a world that hates us. Dark skin versus light skin, black versus white, the cop versus the thug, devil versus Christ. How can we choose? We were meant to be one. Why the world's so dark when we orbit the sun? Why I made those mistakes? Why I loaded the gun? Why most of my friends were imaginary ones? Why the crowd booed me? And that was way before rapping. Walking in the hallways, they were looking and laughing. All because I wanted to be different. And pay back, I wanted to get what it got me a life sentence. Back and forth every day to live or die. See, even back then, I just wanted to fly. Got the Bible on the nightstand, gun under my pillow. Praying every night, my girl don't become a widow. Head up in my heart, but God showed me love. Hoping he forgives, so I can fly above. Got the Bible on the nightstand, gun under my pillow. Praying every night, my girl don't become a widow. Head up in my heart, but God showed me love. Hoping he forgives, so I can fly above. Don't even fight no more, cause all they do is jump. Gotta be like Omar, walk around with the pump. D.P Da Prophet, my name is my name. The dirt y'all throwing that helps me grow these new fans I gain. Started banging when I got tired of hearing threats. Thought I need a whole army to have my back, but a man that stands alone is a true soldier. Some days I wish I would've had a do-over, but you can't change the past, only can change now. Change your mindset and the people you hang around. When God sends a blessing, pick up the phone when it rings. You don't gotta be a slave when your ancestors were kings. Paranoid every time I leave about the crib, cause I can't let them take me away from my kids. But when I do go pray, I see my nephew again. Grandma, grandpa, and all my dead friends. Got the Bible on the nightstand, gun under my pillow. Praying every night, my girl don't become a widow. Head up in my heart, but God showed me love. Hoping he forgives, so I can fly above. Got the Bible on the nightstand, gun under my pillow. Praying every night, my girl don't become a widow. Head up in my heart, but God showed me love. Hoping he forgives, so I can fly above.
I just wanna fly away to a place can be me. I just wanna fly away to a place where others believe.
One fly on, listen to the hook, I'm just talking, got the Bible on the nightstand, gun under my pillow, hoping my girl don't become a widow. Basically, it's, in my life, I'm a good guy, and that's what I try to say. There's a lot of good people out here. You know what I'm saying? I pray, all that good stuff, but there's also a lot of evil out here. So, my whole life I've had to fight evil with more than prayers. So, it's just kind of saying, that's how it is. And I feel like, when I go, there's some things I did I wish I didn't do, but nothing I did just to do it. Everything I did in my life is because I had to fight to survive. So it's just basically, a record for myself. So when I go, it's like, I hope he forgives me. Just like, my tattoo right here says, God forgive me. And it's my hands, prayer hands, and handcuffs. And why my prayer hands and handcuffs? Because I'm trying to pray, but so many things that happen, it's like I was locked down and had no choice but to make the decisions and do the things I had to do because of just the course of the way my life went. So I hope he forgives me for those things. So when I go, I do fly because it's an ugly world and that's the ugly truth, So you gotta fight it the best way you can. That's right for you and your family, so you can continue to live.
All right. This next track we're about to go into, I'm gonna try not to cry when we listen to it. Because every time I hear this track, it just brings tears to my eyes just listening to it. You can actually, it's just heartfelt, and I'm just gonna let you go ahead and introduce it, and then we're gonna go ahead and listen to the track.
Alright, shout out my little nephew Ernesto. This is Ernesto's song. Whole project is definitely dedicated to him because it only got completed because of him. He passed away April 8th, 2015 at 4.5 months old. And this is the record that I had to do for him, for my sister, so let's let it spin.
The song's for anybody that ever lost somebody. You'll see him again.
I'm feeling like outside it's raining, but inside I'm knowing that someday I'll see you. But till then I'm hoping my heart doesn't drown, 'cause my eyes cry emotion. Take this pain away. It seems like no one understands what I'm going through. There's no replacement. Can't wait till I can breathe again.
Tonight I'm sending prayers to my sister who just lost her only child, my nephew. The pain feel like a freight train hitting my mind, tripping 'cause too many thoughts are coming through. He was only on this earth for a few months. Thinking to myself he was too young, running in the doors to the emergency room, just knowing the doctors were still operating, but everybody fell out crying, pacing. They couldn't save him, but he was just a baby. Sorry, was at a loss for words. Now they plan the funeral at church, but what else can you really do but bury them in the dirt? You can't bury that type of hurt. It cuts too deep. As many times I wanted to take my own life, why ain't you take me?
I'm feeling like outside it's raining, but inside someday I'll see you. But till then I'm hoping that my heart doesn't drown, 'cause my eyes cry emotion. Take this pain away.
I'm sending prayers to my sister who just lost her only child, my nephew. What am I supposed to say? Words won't change it. This is all I know. Get on the mic and start singing. Really hope this can help out some way. We gon' see Ernesto one day. Just gotta keep his memory alive, 'cause without it you'll I would've took a couple extra trips to see ya. You seem so happy doing Easter. Then you passed 3 days later, I wasn't there. Still trying to wake up from this long nightmare. When you get to heaven, find your great grandmother, Mrs. Foster. She'll take care of you until you see your mother.
It's raining, but inside I'm knowing that someday till then I'm hoping my heart doesn't drop. My eyes cried in ocean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm going through. No, breathe again.
Wow.
Good gracious.
That song.
Killing it. Who's that singing on it?
That's David Blaine. That's the same guy that did the bass on Believe. He's incredibly talented, and I pretty much don't do a project unless he's involved in it with me, because we definitely can bounce off of each other.
Sounds
and
like
you know, make amazing music. So
Yeah.
shout out D. Blaine. But yeah, that record's for anybody that ever lost anybody, and it's kind of like, you know, no matter what you're going through, it's okay, because one day you'll be able to breathe again. You know, just get through it however you gotta get through it. So
That song is such an emotional song. And being so close related to the person who died, how hard was that for you to actually write that song for your nephew?
it was real hard. I mean, basically, you know, I wrote it kind of after the funeral and all that type of stuff. You know, when the funeral and things like that, planning for the funeral, you know, I had to be strong. My dad had to be strong, because of course my sister and my mom, they couldn't be.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of things I was feeling, I had to hold back during that time. So then when I got to myself, when, you know, nobody could really see it, that's where everything came out. So, you know, you look back on the paper when I wrote this record, and it does look like, you know, I spilled something on it, because that's pretty much how I wrote the record, because everything that I held in could finally, you know, come out.
You can finally
And
release it.
that's why I said I have wrote records before that for this project, but once I wrote this record, that's when I said, you know what, I have to get this done, because I got to do it for him.
right.
Because he didn't have a chance to do anything else. You know, even though he did everything amazing while he was here, I have no excuse not to do what I want to do.
Right.
So, you know, it was weird, but it pushed me to say, you know what, you know, I gotta believe, and I gotta keep pushing, because just like when I wrote Believe, you know, you got another shot, you woke up today. Some people didn't. So, you know, you gotta go get it.
Okay. When people listen to this EP, Believe, what is the message that you want your fans to get from listening to this particular EP?
Fight for what you believe in. The biggest battle is in the mirror. Basically, don't worry about everybody else. Worry about what you have to get done. We don't know when we're gonna die. You know, a lot of people be like, "Why would you say something crazy? I could leave here and die before I get to my next destination." But the thing about it is, I may not be happy, because I still got plenty of things to do. But if I didn't do this project and I die when I leave here, and I was just here visiting, but I didn't have that project complete, that'll suck. I got this project done. That was a big thing for me then. And it's kind of like, you know, don't leave nothing on the table, man. You got today. You don't got to wait till tomorrow. Do what you need to do. Tell whoever you love that you need to love. Go see them. Because you've been trying to go see that person for a long time, but you haven't. You know? You don't want the next time you see them is to be in the hospital bed and they already done pulled the plug. Go see that person today. Believe in yourself. Every day is an opportunity. I don't care if you're homeless today. Tomorrow's an opportunity to work yourself to not be homeless. You know? Every single day is an opportunity. That's the biggest thing. Take your opportunities, because life is short and you don't know how short. Just make it happen, man. Believe.
True.
All right, so we have come to the part of the show where I can't let you go without doing vent or dare.
Okay.
Vent or dare. Okay, so vent or dare is basically you pick from the hat. Whatever you pick from the hat, you got to do. If it's vent, you vent about the subject that's in the tab. If it's dare, you got to do the dare. So you,
snap. So I don't even get to pick whether it's a vent or dare.
Nah, you ready?
Oh,
If you pick the vent, I do have a freebie in here, so hopefully you pick that. All right, here we go. Vent or dare. Come on, DP. You have the option to pass it if you really don't want to, but you're going to have to do the next one.
All right, what you got?
Oh, man.
What it say? What it say?
It's a dare.
It's a dare.
Well, what you
Okay,
get?
what is the dare?
Yeah, it says call someone you love and tell them an embarrassing secret. I'm trying to think if I got any embarrassing secrets.
Oh, we all got one. Somewhere, somehow. You can pass. You can pass on this.
I'm pass on
You
that
gonna
one.
pass on that
Just
one?
because we running for time, I'm doing it for the show.
Okay, so you look at you. Okay, you got to
Look, let me translate. He was scared.
Okay.
Pass on that one for the show. Oh man, what event said? You put them all the way to
No,
the
no,
side.
no,
I called and did it to you.
No, there go the dare. What you got to do?
Oh, okay. Post reppinva.com to your social media for 3 days straight. That's not fair.
Look, that's not fair. He already look. He's a big supporter.
I could have kept that
Yeah.
one.
Okay,
I'm
that's
gonna
all right.
pass
There we
that
go.
one.
Get the
though.
freebie. I'm going to say as prophecy. You're going to get the freebie.
I ain't you yet.
What you got?
What in the world?
You got another dare?
It's a freebie. It's the freebie.
Oh, look at that. How about that? Look at that. Prophecy to D.P Da Prophet. I done said that you're going to get the freebie. Let me get that. Freebie. Go ahead and vent about whatever it is on your mind. Get it out there.
Man.
Tell the people.
Oh man.
If you vent about one thing.
I already been about a lot today.
And you did. I mean, you can piggyback off of any of them, especially
Can I give you a dare?
Oh, here go the dare.
Let's do the dare.
All right, you gonna switch up. We're gonna do both. How about we do the vent or dare? She gonna come up in
Let's
here.
do the dare.
What's the dare?
What's the dare? All right. You gonna do it though?
I don't know.
Okay, you sound like you got something good too.
What's the dare?
I dare D.P Da Prophet to open the door and scream. Y'all need to listen to Rapping VA. Y'all tune in to Rapping VA.
Stop playing. There's officers out there and all that. Like, what? Wait a...
Look, I could have told him to go running down the hallway and,
Okay,
you know, and
see
say,
this now. Okay, I got to see
so
this.
we're going to have the video camera, you know, following him to
really
the
gonna
door.
do this?
And he's actually going to scream out the door, tune in to Rapping VA Radio.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna get kicked out. Yeah, oh my goodness. Here you go. Y'all gonna hear it in the
All
background
right,
too.
y'all.
Tune in to Reppin' VA Radio every Saturday 2 to 4 p.m.
There you go.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
I ain't even mad at it.
now you can do your bit.
Do my vent?
Yes. Something that you can vent about, whatever's
alright.
on your mind.
Let me talk about it. We kind of already talked about it a little bit, but we'll just go into it right quick. Shout out to all my parents out there, especially my fathers. Be there for your kids. That is something big for me because I have a 2-year-old. I have a stepdaughter who is 12. So you know, it's one of them things where it's like, you know, I'm with my kids pretty much every day unless I'm out of town or something like that.
Right.
I just, you know, I can't see. I don't understand. I know sometimes it happens, but I don't understand how I could never let another man raise my daughter because I can never trust another man with my daughter. That's not his child. You know, too many things are happening, and we as men, especially in the black community, we're put here to protect our woman. So you can't protect your child if you're not there. You cannot protect the home. It's not just about money or child support. And I know sometimes situations don't work out, but we got to start fighting more for those situations if we're going to lay down and have kids, because we have to protect our family. That's why our women out here getting disrespected, because when they look, they just see the black woman with the children. Who are they going to see that's going to protect them? We have to protect them. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have women out here who's dating, single moms and stuff like that, and then you got strangers trying to date them, they can see, oh, well, she's a single mom. She just has kids. So I can either treat her good or I can do some crazy stuff. Ain't nobody here to protect her. We can't leave the mothers of our children in those situations. You know, and like I said, I know, you know, sometimes it could be crazy on both sides, and that's just what happens. But then in that case, stop having kids.
Come
with
on.
everybody, be more smarter. You know, that's a big thing to me. It's like we gotta be here for our kids. I just don't understand it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go without my little baby girl. Shout out Katie.
Aww.
Little Katie G.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just can't. I mean, I see her every single day.
Right.
She's a part of my life. I just can't trust anybody else, another man, to raise her or protect her.
Right.
Because I'm going to put my life on line for her 100%, no thinking about it.
Right.
Whether I got to get in front of a bullet or kill somebody. I can't trust nobody else to do that for her. So all the guys out there, if you're going to have these kids, you got to protect them. Because like we said earlier, it's a what? It's an ugly world. Every time we look, somebody's getting chopped up, left in a pool of blood, they met online, they in the trunk. You know, it's a million, billion people, but we cannot allow that to be your family. You know, you got to be there to protect your family,